It has been 20 years since Hurricane Katrina hit the Gulf Coast, becoming the costliest hurricane in U.S. history and one of the deadliest. According to the National Hurricane Center, the storm led to nearly 1,400 deaths, the majority in New Orleans. CBS News national weather correspondent Rob Marciano looks at how the city rebuilt after the tragedy.
In 2005, Hurricane Katrina barreled into the Gulf Coast, with Mississippi feeling its wrath. Lives forever changed.
I'm just glad you're alive.
How's everything?
Now, 20 years later,
good to see you, Bobby.
All right.
We caught up with Biloxi, Mississippi restaurant owner Bobby Mahoney, who remembers Katrina vividly.
I was like this, and so I did that. So one wave, two waves. I turned my head to look back over there, and then I come back, and the wave's in the window.
In Louisiana, storm surge from Katrina breached the levees in New Orleans, creating catastrophic flooding and a historic humanitarian crisis.
We all are desperate. We all are desperate.
The following years were spent building a better flood protection system, including this, the world's largest pump station, which blocks storm surge from the Gulf and pumps rainwater away from the city.
This is the battleground right here.
This is it. This
Holding
is where
back
the
that
action
water
happens.
and throwing this water back.
Yeah.
Jesse Knoll heads the organization running this massive complex, which boasts 11 pumps.
This is it. This is what's moving the water.
And they're powered by enormous engines, able to move 142,000 gallons of water per second. On the other side of the city, there's also this 26-foot-high, nearly 2-mile-long surge barrier. And since 2012, New Orleans has remained mostly dry, including during 2021's Hurricane Ida.
But we had 7 feet of water screaming at us from the other side.
Wow.
So it was a wild event.
That's a good test.
It is.
Still, Knoll knows the challenge never ends.
Do you think we've built a big enough system to withstand the 100-year storm, the 500-year storm?
I think we started out with what was able to defend against the 100-year storm in 2007 to 2010, and we're continuously working to make it better.
So it's a constant battle, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed, but it's one worth fighting.
Worth fighting for sure. It does come at a cost. The entire flood protection system costs $14.5 billion to build. We do need to give a shout out to the progress we've made on the forecasting front. The National Hurricane Center has reduced its forecast error by 50% in the last 20 years, essentially doubling its track accuracy. And what that does, it gives emergency managers more time to give more accurate and targeted evacuation orders, in the end, saving lives. Rob Marciano, CBS News, New Orleans.
Now, while so much of the city has been rebuilt, one of the areas that still has not fully recovered from Hurricane Katrina is the city's lower 9th Ward. The once prosperous, predominantly black neighborhood was fully inundated when the flood wall broke back in 2005. But that is where today you will find Burnell's lower 9th Ward market. It is owned by U.S. veteran Burnell Colton, and he joins us now. Burnell, thanks so much for being with us on this day. You know, your own home was destroyed in Hurricane Katrina. Amidst all this tragedy, though, you kept helping others. How did you get the idea to open a market, and what was that process like in the years that followed all this?
First of all, thank you for having me. Every time around this time of the year, it's still hard because even though it's been 20 years. It still hurts. It still hurts even all these years later. But I'm a soldier. I've been a military soldier for the majority of my life, so I'm a fighter. And I'm not going to let nothing or nobody deter me from my mission. When I realized that we didn't have a grocery store after I rebuilt my personal home, it was a no-brainer to me. I wish that I didn't have to use my entire life savings, to be totally honest with you, but I'm not complaining. I have no regrets because nobody forced me to do this. It was something that had to be done because you should not have to catch 3 city buses just to get a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk to feed your family. It's hard. It's still extremely hard even all these years later, but it's a fight that I have to keep doing because we're living in a nightmare. We're still stuck in 2025. Even still today, I have the only grocery store. If you want to get your hair cut, you come in and see me. I used to have 20 plus neighbors. Today I have 4, even all these years later. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard, but it's a fight that I'm gonna keep on going.
And that's why you want to take care of your neighbors too. I can also understand in helping provide for them. 20 years later, as you mentioned, the lower 9th Ward still not fully recovered, especially in comparison to other parts of the city. What do you think people should understand about what is needed for the area to catch up, and how can people help?
That's a good question. Thank you for asking that question. What's needed? We need everything. In my part of town, we have nothing except for the business that I open up. We need a bank. We need the grocery stores. We need restaurants. We need everything in the lower 9th Ward. There's nothing back there but what I open up. And for those that want to help, call me. Come down to the lower 9th Ward. I've been here now for 16 years, 16 long years. It's still. And I apologize. I'm trying to keep my composure, but it's
No,
still.
you don't have anything to apologize for. Don't.
Like right
Nothing to
across the street.
apologize for.
Right across the street from my building used to be a movie theater. Then right next to that was it's all debris and grass now, but it used to be people's homes and businesses. Today I own 2 empty lots. I would love to start building affordable homes there because the customers come in there every day, say, Burnell, you said you're gonna build a grocery store. You did it, thank you, but can you start building homes? Due to my limited amount of resources, I can only do so much. I would love to put a 2nd floor back on my building because when I first bought the building, they had 2 families that was living upstairs, but I didn't have enough money to put the 2nd floor back up. So if someone wanted to help me, I'm right here. Get a hold of me. I'll be more than happy. I can use a contractor, plumber, donations, and as we used to say in the military, any is plenty.
Yeah. The work continues, and we know that you're doing it, and we salute you for that. Mr. Colton, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me, and also thank everyone for not forgetting about us, even though it's been 20 years. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.